Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Everyday Show. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Jake, and today we're starting with a story a lot of people have probably heard before, but it's worth revisiting.
It's the story of Jack Ma. Before he became one of the most famous businessmen in China, his English was actually pretty rough.
Right, and the way he improved is honestly kind of wild. As a teenager, he used to ride his bike into Hangzhou almost every single morning for years, just to find foreign tourists near the hotels.
And he'd offer to guide them around the city completely for free. No payment, nothing. He just wanted the chance to talk to them in English and hear real, natural conversation.
For almost a decade, apparently, rain or shine, before school, and long before he became known for anything in business at all. That's an incredible amount of consistency for something most people give up on after a few weeks.
It really is. And it's a great reminder that fluency isn't magic. It's just repeated, real conversation over and over again.
The tricky part is, most of us don't have foreign tourists walking past our house every morning.
True, but here's the thing. Today, almost everyone has access to something Jack Ma didn't have back then. A conversation partner who's available 24 hours a day, never gets tired, and never judges you. ChatGPT.
Which is honestly a huge advantage, if you actually know how to use it properly.
Exactly, and that's what today's episode is all about. We're going to turn ChatGPT into a real speaking partner, not just a tool for grammar checks.
By the end of this video, you'll have 4 specific techniques you can literally use tonight.
Let's get into it. Technique number 1. Turn ChatGPT into a role-play partner using a specific prompt. Instead of just asking questions, you tell it exactly who to be.
For example, you could type, act as a barista at a coffee shop, have a casual conversation with me, and ask me questions naturally.
That's so much more useful than just chatting randomly, because it forces you to practice a real specific situation.
Let's actually demo this quickly. Chloe, pretend you're ChatGPT acting as a hotel receptionist.
Sure. Good afternoon. Welcome to the hotel. Do you have a reservation with us today?
Yes, under the name Jake, I believe I booked a room for 2 nights.
That's exactly the kind of real-life practice you'd get just by typing one smart prompt.
Technique number 2 is asking ChatGPT to correct your grammar and sentence flow immediately after you speak or type.
You could prompt it with, correct any grammar mistakes in what I just said, and suggest a more natural way to say it.
For example, if you say, I am agree with you, ChatGPT would correct it to, I agree with you, and explain why am isn't needed there.
That instant feedback loop is incredibly valuable because you fix mistakes the moment you make them, not weeks later.
It's honestly like having a patient teacher who never gets annoyed repeating the same correction 20 times.
Technique number 3. Ask ChatGPT to keep asking follow-up questions so the conversation doesn't die after one exchange.
You can literally add this to your prompt. Keep asking me follow-up questions after each answer, like a curious friend would.
This solves such a common problem, where conversations with AI feel flat because it just answers and stops.
Let's demo that too. Chloe, ask me a follow-up question about my weekend.
What did you do this weekend?
I went hiking with some friends.
That sounds fun. Which trail did you go on? And was the weather good for it?
That's the difference. It keeps pulling more language out of you naturally.
Exactly. And technique number 4. Ask ChatGPT to evaluate your fluency and suggest more advanced vocabulary.
You could say, rate my fluency in this response, and suggest 3 more advanced words I could have used instead.
This turns every single conversation into a mini lesson without you needing a textbook at all. This turns every single conversation into a mini lesson without you needing a textbook at all. That kind of upgrade, little by little, adds up to a huge vocabulary improvement over just a few weeks.
4 techniques: role-play prompts, instant correction, follow-up question prompts, and fluency evaluation, all completely free, all available right now.
And unlike Jack Ma, you don't even need to leave your house or find a stranger willing to talk to you.
Which honestly feels like cheating compared to his method.
In the best way possible.
Let's do one more full demo, combining all 4 techniques into a single conversation so people can see how they actually work together in real time.
Great idea. Jake, set the scene.
Prompt. Act as a job interviewer. Correct my mistakes as we go. Keep asking follow-up questions. And rate my fluency at the end.
Great, let's begin. Tell me a little about your previous work experience.
I have worked at a marketing company for 2 years, and I learn a lot about social media.
Quick correction. I have worked at a marketing company, and I learned a lot, past tense there. Now, what was the most valuable thing you learned?
I learned how to plan a campaign from start to finish, and how to work with a team under pressure.
That's a strong answer. Based on this conversation, I'd rate your fluency around 7 out of 10, and I'd suggest using words like collaborate instead of work with, and deadline-driven instead of under pressure.
That's 4 techniques working together in one single natural conversation right there. Role play, correction, follow-up, and evaluation.
All from just one well-written prompt at the very beginning. Before we continue, if you're finding this useful, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss future lessons.
And here's a question for you watching right now. Have you tried practicing English with ChatGPT before? Share your experience in the comments. We're curious what's worked for you.
I'd love to hear some of your favorite prompts too.
Also, quick mention, if you want more speaking practice with real people too, come join our community group. We combine AI practice with live conversation sessions every week, so you get both consistency and real human connection. Link is in the description.
Because honestly, AI practice and human practice work best when you use both together.
Let's move on to our pocket words section. 5 words today, all related to learning and practicing a language. Word number 1, fluency. Fluency. The ability to speak smoothly and naturally without constantly stopping to think or search for words. For example, her fluency improved dramatically after months of daily conversation practice with native speakers. Native speakers.
Word number 2, consistency. Consistency. Doing something regularly over time instead of occasionally or only when you feel motivated. Jack Ma's consistency, practicing almost every single day for years, is what really made the difference in the end.
Word number 3, immersion. Immersion. Surrounding yourself completely with a language, so you're constantly exposed to it in daily life. Full immersion, even through an app or a show, can speed up your progress significantly over time.
Word number 4, feedback. Feedback. Information about your performance that helps you understand what to improve. Getting instant feedback on your grammar mistakes is one of the biggest advantages of using AI to practice.
Word number 5, discipline. Discipline. The ability to keep doing something consistently, even on days when you don't feel motivated at all. It takes real discipline to practice speaking every single day, whether you feel like it or not.
5 great words for talking about your own learning journey. Now let's move to Smooth It Out, where we fix common mistakes.
Mistake number 1. Someone might say, I practice English since 3 months. Sound familiar?
Very familiar. The correct version is, I've been practicing English for 3 months. We need the present perfect continuous here, have been practicing, and for, not since, when we're talking about a duration.
Got it. Mistake number 2. I want to improve my speaking.
We're missing a small but important word. It should be, I want to improve my speaking. Want always needs to before the next verb.
Mistake number 3. Every day I talk with ChatGPT.
Small spelling detail here. Every day as one word is an adjective, like an everyday routine. When we mean each day, we write it as 2 words. Every day I talk with ChatGPT.
I did not know that distinction, honestly. That's a really common mix-up, even among people who've been learning for years. And mistake number 4. It helped me a lot.
With it as the subject, the verb needs an S at the end. It helps me a lot. Simple subject-verb agreement, but it's easy to forget when you're speaking quickly or thinking about what to say next.
Okay, I think it's time to actually practice these techniques live, instead of just talking about them.
Let's do it. I'll play ChatGPT this time, and Jake, use everything we just learned.
All right, let's go. Prompt. Act as a travel agent and ask me questions about a trip I'm planning.
Sure. Hi there. Where are you thinking of traveling to this year?
I'm thinking about visiting Japan, maybe in the spring for the cherry blossoms.
That sounds beautiful. Have you been to Japan before, or would this be your first time?
It would be my first time. I've been wanting to go for years, honestly.
Now let's add technique 2. Correct anything I say if it's wrong.
Sure, keep talking naturally.
I am so excited for this. I have never traveled outside my country before.
Quick correction there. I have never traveled outside my country before. Past participle traveled, not travel.
Perfect example of instant feedback. And now, follow-up questions, keep them coming.
What part of Japan are you most excited to visit? And do you have any specific food you want to try while you're there?
Definitely Kyoto, and I really want to try authentic ramen from a small local shop.
See, this already feels like a real, flowing conversation, not just a robotic Q&A.
And scene!
That felt genuinely useful, way more than I expected from talking to myself.
Complete transformation from just typing random questions into ChatGPT and hoping for the best. All right, let's recap everything from today's episode. 4 techniques: roleplay prompts, instant correction prompts, follow-up question prompts, and fluency evaluation prompts. Our pocket words were fluency, consistency, immersion, feedback, and discipline. And we fixed 4 common grammar mistakes along the way.
Such a practical episode, honestly. No excuses left for anyone who says they don't have anyone to practice English with, not even a language partner or a classroom.
Right. The tool has been sitting right there this whole time, on almost everyone's phone. We just needed to know how to use it properly.
In our next episode, we're going to dive into morning routines that change lives, so you can learn how to kickstart your day with energy and build habits that set you up for success.
That one's going to be really fun too, especially now that you can practice it with ChatGPT beforehand, using exactly the techniques we covered today.
All right, everyone, that's it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's also learning English. Or honestly, anyone who talks to ChatGPT every day but never thought to use it this way.
See you all in the next episode, and until then, go have a proper conversation with your phone.
Bye, everyone.